We're just gonna.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of I'll Have a Double the podcast, episode 90. I'm Juan V.
I'm B. Crabes.
I'm Jesse Cool.
Jesse, what's up, man?
Hello.
Wow.
What is going on?
Guess
I like
who's
the
back?
new spot.
Back again.
Oh.
Jesse's back.
Hey, I get a theme song.
Tell a friend.
What's up? What's up?
Jesse's back.
Jesse's back. Jesse's back.
Jesse's back.
Just Antonio Banderas is back.
Oh yeah. Check it out. It's been
Look
a
at
while.
this.
Look at the hair, man.
Look at the hair.
Oh,
my
look at that.
It is.
Look at that hair, bro.
Look at the volume.
Oh, this is flowing.
Vidal Sassoon.
All right. Okay.
It's more like a Lou Diamond Phillips, I think. Right? Maybe? It's kind of a mix of both. If Antonio Banderas and Lou Diamond Phillips had a kid, I feel like it'd be Jesse Koo.
Antonio Diamond.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's a good one.
Antonio
we get-
Phillips.
I have a lot to learn right now. We got
Lou
the
Diamond
video.
Banderas.
Yeah.
got-
I'll help you out with this, Jesse.
Okay,
We'll,
yeah.
we'll do a little button
All
while
right.
you're getting all
We got
figured
new
out.
toys.
Stuff, you know.
We don't.
We got a wow.
Wow.
All right.
That's good.
Man, I'm glad we got the whole band back together again. We're rocking and rolling now. And it is Mavs season. I mean, you can see the rocking the Mavs
We're
here, right
rocking.
here.
We are.
The Mavs
We,
season. Brent got the hat on, rocking the
hat.
Mavs. I mean, that's a clean white hat, too.
I know. I got a couple of hats, and I was like, man, these are like hats I will not. I refuse to
clean
wear
white, bro.
golfing or working out or anything. Like these are strictly going out or going to games.
Yeah.
I saved my Mavs jacket. It's not. It's not.
That is
cold
a
enough
clean white, too, man. That is crispy white.
yet. I got the jacket to match.
Icy white.
But I'm saving it for opening night.
I would be terrified to wear an all white jacket to go to the Mavs game. Because you know someone's going to bump into you.
As soon as you jack it off,
Well, you jacket on, and then you jacket off.
you jack it off.
Oh God.
Well, I'm just asking. That's why he'd be afraid. It depends on where you're sitting. I think if you that might be where you want to be in the platinum.
The platinum section.
Because I think that
yeah.
you're less likely.
Everybody got clean jackets in the platinum
yeah,
section.
and there's not as many kids, and you're just less likely for riffraff. In the bottom section, and
Yeah.
then definitely in the 300s.
No, yeah.
no,
You have nachos and all kind of shit on top of it.
300s is like that's like South Dallas. You just then the 100s is where
Wow.
that's like Uptown, where it's even worse.
Jeez.
Well,
All
I
right.
live in South Dallas. What the fuck?
You do?
Southeast Dallas. Yeah,
That's called downtown.
South Dallas.
it's Southeast.
That is
Dallas.
downtown.
Building.
That is downtown. We already know.
Deep Ellum.
Okay,
Yes,
first
Deep
of
Ellum.
all, let's not go there. You know how many people are like, "Oh, you live in Deep Ellum? I will not be going there." Everybody
To
says
your
that.
house?
I moved out.
You got to go through. You got to go through. You got to go through everything to get there.
You love the case building.
Yeah.
Well, I'm making a case for it being the best building in Dallas.
God.
All right, be sure to follow us on I'll Have a Double the podcast on all your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. We don't have a TikTok yet, but we're going to get one. But
Brent, you need to get on that.
yeah, we
bud.
got to get one. We got to get a TikTok.
Been
We
Brent,
saying
gotta
this
do
for
it, man.
3
TikTok.
years. It's not that I hate it. I don't hate it. I think it is good. But here's the problem: like we all three have separate things that we do.
Yeah.
Then to do our thing and then this thing.
It's a lot.
It's a
You know
lot.
what?
We need it. We need it.
Screw it. We're not doing TikTok. How about that?
I like that.
Yeah, we ain't doing it. There we go.
You know what we're gonna do? We'll do clips of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And break it down, and that'll be a TikTok.
There you go. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
And be sure to like and subscribe once we're on YouTube. On the YouTube channel, show some love. We're going to throw some questions out to you guys. This is where you would answer those questions or also give us like advice, or we're going to be talking about places to go. If you got some places that you think we should go or we should check out, put them in the comment section and let us know like, hey, y'all need to go here, I need to go there. So we want to be very interactive. Like we said last week, we want to build a community. We want to build a group to just hang out with and go out and do cool shit with. So that's what we're here for, man.
Yeah.
But it is Mavs season. Like I said, the Mavs start tonight as we air this on Wednesday.
Right.
The game tonight against Phoenix. It's a Game 7 rematch of the killing in Phoenix that we did, the
Man.
stomping of the Suns.
It was just like the Phoenix thrashing, like just like it was like, I don't know, what would you even call that? It was like a massacre. It was like the Phoenix massacre.
It's an ass whooping is what it was. I mean, just murdered them. And so now we got the game. On Saturday, who are they playing on Saturday?
Memphis.
They met Memphis. Man, we got Phoenix and then Memphis.
Yeah.
And John Morant comes in town.
Yeah.
For the home opener.
Yeah.
You get those cool shirts when you
Yep.
come for the home opener game.
We going? I'm debating.
Yeah.
I got a long day.
It's a Saturday, right?
That's Saturday.
Yeah.
A long day. I want to go. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm either way. I'm watching. Like
Oh yeah. I'm watching both games. I mean, it's gonna be a late night.
we
Tomorrow
talked.
night.
We were talking about watching the Cowboys game on Sunday,
Yeah.
and I think we're both in agreement. Now, here's the problem with the Cowboys though, because it is once a week, so it does lend to once a week. You just get a little bit more invested during that time.
Yeah, it's a lot of build up.
But I'm with you that the Mavericks have a different place in my heart that I do. I don't have this. Of course it's going to happen. It's the Mavericks. Like,
Right.
I've got hope. I have hope with the Mavericks.
And we got Luka.
We have
We got Luka. I mean, that right
go.
there excites you. I mean, you're excited just knowing that we got at least arguably one of the top 3 players.
That's not even.
Yeah.
No, there's no argument.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
He is top 3.
Yeah.
He did that last year to Phoenix and Utah out of shape.
Yeah.
20 pounds heavier.
Belly just flopping all over the place.
off of like off of an injury.
Yeah.
How old is he again?
He's young. I mean, he's 22, 23.
20.
He just turned 23. Yeah. Just turned 23.
He's young.
MJ's a fan. Anytime you see MJ around, he's like,
It's true. And
I know.
He's funny.
MJ, you got MJ getting giddy.
yeah.
and MJ does not. I mean, you've seen.
He doesn't. He talks shit.
MJ came back out of retirement because he wanted to battle. Was it Rip Hamill? Who was it on the Wizards that he was just so put up?
Jerry Stackhouse.
Somebody that he came back like
Yeah.
he doesn't do that. Yeah.
So-
What are your thoughts, Jesse, on the Mavs? Because I know you're not a huge sports guy like Juan and I, but
yeah, I mean, you guys are like all over the place, right? I mean, I like to go to the games, especially if they have like a suite, Oh,
It's
sweet.
but I'm
Hold on. No. We can't let him get away with that. Wait a minute.
I think the first time we all hung out was in suite. Brent, you had that
That's true.
suite.
that is true.
You said
That's a great pick too.
you'll go to the game. They got a suite.
If they got a
It
sweet.
just
got
happens a
sweet.
lot.
I'm
It
just
happens a lot.
Jesse is our resident Dallas chick on the show.
He is.
And that's fair. But I meant like,
Dallas chick.
did you hear what you just said?
Yeah, I did. That was
Yeah.
the Dallas chick thing to say.
I
for
meant
sure.
because I do know that you're a Cowboys fan, but when it comes to the Mavericks, where like, what do you get? What's your emotion towards it?
So last year I went to 2 games, one or 2 games. How many did you go to, Brent?
Probably 15 to 20.
Yeah. So I'm not up there with you, but I mean, I'll watch it.
Going to the game doesn't mean
watching the game.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
you know.
anything.
I'll watch it with y'all. It's more of like a camaraderie thing. I'll keep up with it. I'm working on
How
music.
can we just get you
I'm
to
working
answer
on music, man.
How can you just answer the fucking question? What are your emotions towards the Mavs? Like when they're playing and they're on.
It's
and,
my city. It's the Cowboys. It's the Mavericks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
It's
He's
my
a casual
city,
fan. He's a
always.
casual
I'm
Casual
a
fan.
casual fan. I'm working on music. I'm working on this. I'm working on that.
Fair.
I'll watch.
and that's a good thing to not get that emotionally invested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it can get you in trouble. And that's why, we discussed this while we were watching the Cowboys play the Eagles the other night. I said, I don't even have enough to give,
Yeah.
the Cowboys anymore. Just like with the Rangers or any other team, stars, because at this point, all my energy and all my just will is with the Mavs now.
Right.
And I just kind of watch the Cowboys because, like Jesse said, it's our team. It's Dallas.
Right.
This is where we
And
are.
it's easier. It's once a week.
Yeah.
Usually on a Sunday.
Yeah, and you make it an outing.
Right.
It's like, hey, Sunday afternoon or a Sunday night or a Monday night. Let's get together and yell at the TV.
Right.
But the Mavs, I will sit in my room by myself in the living room, like sitting up on my couch with my fist balled up, hanging on every shot.
Yep.
And I can't do that with the Cowboys. My emotions, it just won't, I can't, I have nothing left to give. It's all about the Mavs.
It's all been taken from you.
Yeah. But Saturday night, they play the Memphis Grizzlies. And once they win that game, everyone leaves. Now, the question is, where do they go after the Mavs game?
Oh, okay. So are you talking about at the stadium?
Yeah, once they leave the game, the American Airlines Center.
Okay, well, there's
At what, 10:30?
Hero.
10 o'clock?
there's Hero, which you can go to before and after.
How you feel about Hero? You like Hero?
They have employed me a few times, so
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. They got all the screens. I mean, it's expensive for what it is, and the service is
Not so great.
not
Very good.
Is that everywhere though? I think it's
It
across
is,
the board.
but it's too.
Yeah.
I think it's too big to be good. Like
it's huge.
It's unless you go up to the bar.
Yeah.
I like the back area, the one closest to the
with the DJ.
With the DJ that has a little Papa Shot thing. It just
Oh,
feels
yeah.
like if it was just that,
Yeah.
cool.
Have you eaten there before? I don't know.
No, I don't think we've
So it's
had
the same owner as HG Supply, so the food is pretty good.
So nice little vegan bowl before you go in.
Actually, yes, that's what I got the last time I was there.
Of course you did.
Nice.
I like it. There's a few places down the road from it. On the other side of like the W, I can't think. There's Billy Can if you want to go get a bite to eat, a good bite to eat. There's a Macero, but if you want to go to like a more sports bar type place, Happiest Hour.
Yeah,
That one can't go wrong with that.
Happiest Hour is great, and the service there is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They're pretty quick. It's just going to be packed. Te Deseo is also good, but the problem there is that I can't remember if it was take your hat off and your jacket, but I'm pretty sure it was both. So be prepared to
there's a little dress code.
Yeah.
Any place in Dallas that has an urban feel to it, it's probably going to be some sort of dress code.
which doesn't make any fucking sense. You're right by the you got to know your audience, right?
Yeah.
But apparently they don't care.
Maybe I've never been there on a game day, so I don't know
I have.
if you
And I'm
have.
telling you,
And they still like, I don't give a shit if you're wearing Mavericks stuff or not. You got to take it off.
It's a great place to smoke a cigar for sure.
Te Deseo?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can get in.
If you can,
Oh, I don't have a problem getting in.
Oh,
Jesse Kool-Aid.
there we go.
There we go.
And there's the first one of many. There'll be one of many. That's good.
No, it's good.
I would say those are some good places
Yeah.
around the arena. There's there's another bar. I can't think of what. Oh, I mean, you can go to Jack Daniel's, obviously,
Right,
which
right,
is
right.
in the arena.
It's in the arena. How long does it stay open? Like after the game, does it stay?
I think it stays open another hour.
Like an
the,
hour?
The top bar.
Yeah.
And then the outside, because I've been in there for like an hour or 2 hours. There was a cool bar across the street that was kind of a grungy bar, and then it changed. And now I can't think of the name. It's like they serve wings, but it's still kind of the same feel. Anyways, those are good spots.
Yeah.
But I would say Happiest Hour.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pick a spot,
Yeah.
go to Happiest. Got a good view of the city.
Mm-hmm.
You got food. You got drinks. Service doesn't completely suck. So.
Damn.
Oh, speaking of spots by the American Airlines Center, I went to a concert at the Echo Lounge.
Oh, I've been wanting
Last
to go.
Saturday.
How is that venue?
Man, that venue,
It looks cool.
It's like the area where House of Blues. You know how the House of Blues have their their concert area. So it's just like that. So as soon as you walk in, you're walking into the amphitheater, so to speak. And the first floor is all standing room, and you have a bar, when you first walk in. And then the upstairs is where the seating is. So that's where, if there's a VIP or things of that, you got the VIP up there, and you got the little tables and chairs. And it's all like where you can see from that view. You can always see down to the concert. It's a great venue. The acoustics is amazing. And then upstairs in the VIP area, they have another lounge. That is a sweet ass lounge in there. It has its own bar in there.
Can you get into this place if there's not a venue?
It was not a concert, you mean?
Yeah, not a concert.
That I don't know. I was going to ask that question, and I was like, yeah, I want to know if if it's open. Because me and my wife, we were talking about it, like, can we rent this thing out? This lounge, this spot out. Because inside, they got all these cool ass photos and paintings in there, and also the music is piped into that lounge too. So, and even in the restroom, so you can go in the restroom and you can still hear the concert.
So it's kind of like when you at the AAC when you're going to the bathroom, they got the radio, they got Chuck Cooperstein going.
Yeah, you can still hear the concert. It has stadium, sounding concert like sound when you in there. So it's a really cool venue, man, and I really enjoyed it. It was a fun time, man.
We need to find out if that place is open. If there's not a concert, because that could be another place to go.
That would be. I mean, if they have a DJ in there, something like that. Having set up.
Yeah. The place I was thinking of is called the Chop Shop Victory Park.
Yeah.
And it's just it's just the kind of, but I guess if you're feeling a little froggy, you could move over not too far and go to the Tipsy Alchemist.
I thought about the Tipsy Alchemist.
Yeah, that's
if you
not
want to
that
walk
far,
across
right?
the street. Yeah. People still go there? I mean, is it still a happening spot? I remember it used to be, like one of the coolest spots to go to. Like, it was hard to get in.
We've got a buddy that is turning 30, I believe, that is about to throw a party there. So what's going on? We got technical.
It's cool. Yeah. So Juan's camera.
About to die?
Yeah, it's about to die.
What does it say? 6%?
16%.
Oh, it's good. It was at 6. It's charging.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. Look at Antonio Banderas. Put your guns away back in your guitar suitcase. We're good to go. Yeah, he said that. He said it was charging. We're good.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. We were talking about a little bit. You were talking about Hero. And you're talking about customer service. We went out the other night. And to watch the Cowboys. And man, I'm not going to put anybody on blast. On Front Street, but man, the service. It's a pandemic. This is the new pandemic here in Dallas.
This is from the pandemic.
I mean,
which this place came from the pandemic. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, but it's not just there. But what it did was it sparked our conversation about what we've seen going on. I don't know if it's a Dallas thing. I don't know if all major cities are feeling this, or is it just a Dallas thing? I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's everywhere, but I can say this. So I was thinking about this today because we talked about it Sunday, and I went to Best Buy and Apple today.
Okay.
So Best Buy, this kind of happens if you're in like the Apple section. So I left and went to Apple. And so I was in Apple, and there was a lady sitting down before I got there, and we were both over. She was there for probably 10 minutes, and you could tell she was trying to get someone to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking Apple, right? I thought they just there's 3 workers to every person that's in there.
Yeah.
And they're like, when you used to walk in and be like, hi, you're like, oh,
hello, I gotta help you. Can I help you? Yeah.
And it took 10 minutes or so to get someone to come over, and I was like, damn, man, it's even an Apple?
I know, and you're spending a lot of money in Apple.
And I looked over, and there was 3 Apple workers just talking to themselves, laughing, and I was like, damn, man.
I don't think anyone, it's across the board, I think. Everywhere that I go, no one cares.
No one cares anymore.
No one cares to do a good job anymore.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about the customer service. It's I think, the best, I think.
And you just... I mean, we were sitting there, and it took forever to get our nachos, and then the nachos were wrong, and we said, these are wrong, and they're like, okay, and then it just kind of walked away.
And I was hungry, too.
Jesse got 3 burgers before we got those nachos back out there.
If I'm hungry, I get to be a bitch.
Again, our Dallas hot chick.
I get hangry.
I know. Hey, listen, if there's not a sweet and there's not food, Jesse is outie 5,000.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
You remember there was a time where when the order was wrong, like the waitress or waiter would be like,
so sorry.
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll get this taken care of. And then they leave, and then the manager comes over and go, hey guys, I want to apologize for the wrong order or whatever. Hey, you know what? We'll put this on my tab. We'll go ahead and take care of your drink. Actually, you guys want another round? We'll take care of that.
Yeah, it's on me.
Yeah,
it's on me. Sure.
That's how it used to be. Now it's like,
here's some drink tickets for next time you come in.
Yeah. Now it's like, you want
to call some of your friends, have them come in and drink on my tab? Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
and now they're like, okay, well, I mean, it's probably your fault for ordering wrong.
They're like, you want me to take it back?
Yeah. So what do you think that is? Do you think it's because...
I just think people don't give a fuck about anything anymore.
Because of
at all.
Pandemic?
Yeah.
I think the pandemic screwed everything up.
It broke the simulation. Now no one gives... Everyone's like...
Oh, Brent's big.
No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying,
it's okay. If you think we're in a simulation, then...
I mean, fuck, tell me I'm wrong. Look around.
Oh, God.
But I'm just saying, no one cares anymore. They realize that they didn't have to care. They could still keep their job.
Exactly.
There you go.
And now it's almost like people are begging people to work. Yeah. So you want me to work? Well, then this is what you're going to get.
This is what you're going to get.
Because what are you going to do? Fire me? Because you don't have anybody beating down your doors to get a job.
Yeah. You remember when
everyone's getting paid to show their tits? So what the fuck?
Ugh, they really are.
OnlyFans.
Oh, okay. I was like, everybody?
Well, I don't know.
You remember when you used to go to a nice restaurant and there'll be like a host, you know, she's standing there all cute and it's like, hey guys, welcome, welcome to such and such steakhouse.
Oh, do I?
Come on in. And now you go there and there's probably like 2 or 3 girls standing there.
Yeah.
None of them are looking toward facing you. They're looking at each other. One of them may be on their phone.
They're all on their phone.
And then they just kind of casually look over at you like, why are you even here? Like, what do you want? Like, why are you bothering us?
Well, and there used to be a dress code to these places. Mm-hmm. Now you like walk in. Sometimes I'll even like test it, just like, and they don't care. Which is, I mean, that's cool. I like that, but also, it's like there's this lost element of like this was a special type place.
You feel like you get dressed up. It's, you want to look the part. You know what I mean?
There's still some places that have high quality service. Mm-hmm. Nick and Sam's for one.
Man,
no, but they're
2 episodes in, and we got 2.
You brought it up the first time.
I did.
No, there are some places that still have really good service, and those are the places that people need to appreciate.
Yeah,
appreciate those places, and not even food. Like Amazon is a great customer. Like just appreciate Starbucks, Chick-fil-A. Appreciate the places that have great service.
You're the Dallas chick.
Why?
Starbucks,
Chick-fil-A. We studied them a lot for my business about customer service. Like they'll give us tutorials on how to be like FedEx and Starbucks and Chick-fil-A because
Chick-fil-A
they have this they have this culture that they built, which is why they continue to get business.
Yeah,
and you wonder why is it so hard? I mean, customer service is not difficult. It's not a very hard thing.
It takes effort.
It is, yeah. Well, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Just try hard. Be.
It's like playing defense.
Just be Dwight Powell.
You know what it is? Customer service is defense. No one wants to play defense. One, they want to shoot threes.
Everybody just want to shoot.
They want to shoot DMs.
Get dunks.
Shoot DMs.
They want to be the hot bitch.
Yep. And playing defense, it's hard on you. It sucks. You got to put effort in. Customer service could suck because you might get somebody that's a dick, but all you have to do is be nice, and that person will break out of their shell, and now you got somebody that was a dick that will go tell everybody like this person, like this place was great, this person was great, and then who knows, they might even be a fucking VP of a company that might come back and offer you a job.
You never know who you're serving, and I can see it being crowded. There's a delay in getting your food, a delay in getting your drinks.
That's not on them.
Machine breaks down, shit happens. But when you act like you don't care, like you can see it in their eyes. It's just like dead. And like you're talking to them, they're just like, yeah, all right. They're not being rude, but somehow not being rude considered being customer service. Like you just not being rude is not good customer service because you're not cussing me out. But you look like you could give little fucks about me and my issue.
I'm telling you, it is because it used to be you better bring your A game or you will be replaced. Right. And now there's no worry about replacement.
Yeah. Thank God you're just here.
It's a war of attrition now, or not a war of attrition. We were there, and the girl that was serving the drinks, like she was finished with her thing, and she like looked around and like looked down, and she looked literally everywhere around before she looked up at me and the person next to me, which should back in our day,
she probably was like on purpose. It was like, I don't want to look at him.
Right.
Yeah.
Asked me to do something.
Not making eye contact. Exactly.
Back in the day would be the first place you would look. Mm-hmm. And again, it's not like I'm going to be like, fuck this place and walk out and write a review. But I'm just like, what do you, why? Just take this order real quick and you can go back to looking at every other place in the fucking in the establishment. Like, what's so hard about this?
And it's not just, you can go down the line from the host to the waiter to the waitresses. And let me say this. Is it too much to ask for the valet drivers to stop farting in my car?
Damn, how do you know?
Because it smells like fart. When I get in my car, I don't know what it is. I don't know what is happening.
Strangers fart.
I don't know what is happening, and my wife is the same thing. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if they see my car and go, hey, I got this one. You know,
I've
been holding it.
I'm gonna leave this motherfucker a piece of meat.
I can't wait to fart in his car. I don't know what is going on, but they're farting in cars, and I don't like it.
Damn, FNC.
Gotta stop it. Stop farting in cars, please. It's not cool.
Well, what if they can't help it?
Look, I used to valet. I had never farted in anyone's car.
You never did.
No.
You held it.
I've farted in a lot of cars.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, whatever. It's not your car.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. Take this. You're welcome for this fart.
But
Farting
if it's
in
your
cars.
friend, if it's like a homie, you're like, oh, okay. But if it's someone you don't even know,
You're probably even more likely, I feel, right? Because you're like, are you thinking like, I don't know. I don't care. Whatever.
I mean, do I have to pay more, like a higher tip if it's not fart?
Hey, man.
I'm like, hey, here's 10 now, and here's 10 later if you don't fart in my car.
You don't want to
Actually,
get
you know
this
what?
gas. You just want this ass. Tip a little bit more cash.
actually, that's another thing that I've seen. The valet has gotten really horrible.
Yeah, they're
spots.
farting in cars.
Like at the Statler. Oh, I guess I'm not trying.
Ooh.
Ooh, name calling.
Man, Statler has the worst valet ever.
Yeah, one time I tried a valet there not too long ago, and they were like trying to because the door handle is kind of broken, but it's not. You just open it, and they were like trying to figure it out, and they were like, and I was like, oh my, I'll just park it across the street, dude. Like, oh my god, this is not a big deal. Like, figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it the fuck out.
I've seen them lose keys probably 2 or 3 times.
Yikes.
That is the worst nightmare right there.
And that's
if they
like
come
the
out there and go,
ultimate-
we can't find your
That's
keys.
the ultimate, like, hearing that conversation, you like hear like, sir, I'm sorry, but what did you, it was a Mercedes. And they just can't find it. And you can like hear like the guy just trying to be really kind of like calm, but like, where the is my car?
And you know what's happened sometimes is that when they're doing multiple cars, they'll go park the car and then jump in another car and park that car, or they bring that car, pull it up. Well, they leave the keys in the other car.
Yeah.
And they drive away and they go, where are those keys? That person's gone. So now they got to figure out how to go get that person that just drove away.
AirTag your keys.
AirTag the keys.
But I will say the Adolphus Hotel, great valet.
Ooh, name dropping again.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a name
Well,
drop.
because
That's a good name.
I work there sometimes.
Yeah.
Great valet.
Place is haunted.
Yeah. Service.
So if you guys know places that have good service, like let them know, like give them a high five or something.
Give them a
because,
tip.
because it's well, definitely tip them well. You know what I mean? Like,
Give them a Yelp review.
yeah, tip them well. Let them know that we appreciate you giving good customer service. And if there's some places out there that y'all want us to know about that gives customer service, we want to know, because sports bars this is sports bar season. You got football season and
Hockey and basketball.
You got hockey, you got college football and basketball. This is like the best time for sports because you got with baseball, and also you got the World
Playoffs.
Series coming up.
Yeah.
So you got all 4 sports, major sports are all going at the same time. This is the best time, and we talked about finding that perfect Cowboys watch place. The AT&T Discovery Center that area is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really like that area. That's a good place to watch the game.
I
But
would
there's
say
some other places that we want, and we're going to put together a list of those places coming up, and then we'll discuss.
And I think some of them can be a mix of Cowboys / Mavs, but we'll give you kind of a mix of both, because some of them are a little bit more patio, but it's cooling off a little bit, so it's kind of a good time for this. This really is like on Thursday you will have, or even say through the whole weekend you're going to have a basketball game, a hockey game, a pro football game, a baseball playoff game. You might even have a college football game. Like that's crazy. 5 things at once.
Yeah, all together. So give me your suggestions. Let us know your suggestions of potential Cowboy watching parties, because we're gonna try to hit all of them over the next 6 to 8 weeks, and going into the playoffs, if there's playoffs, have a little watching party and
There will be playoffs.
bring the community out to the parties.
There will be playoffs.
Well, speaking of the Cowboys, Jerry. For those of you that don't know,
Yeah.
Jerry's back in the news again. And
I want me some glory hole.
Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate it. That's why he's in the trouble he's in now.
He, he said that in 2012, and I feel like ever since he said that,
It's
the glory hole that he's been getting has been the one that we've been making fun of him on.
Yep.
Like because he meant it in a different. He meant it in an oil. It's an oil term.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you ever
winning.
seen him out with like one of his like side chicks?
No.
Saw him one time at Mi Casina in West Village, and it was obviously, and like everyone was there, just kind of like hanging out, just kind of like, oh god,
Just watching
Jerry, and he's here with, and it was just kind of like,
he's not hiding it.
no, he's not hiding. Oh, he's Jerry Jones, and
Yeah,
his
he
city,
doesn't-
he runs the
He
city.
doesn't have to hide shit.
Yeah. Well, in the lawsuit, the Jane Doe accused Jones of forcibly kissing her on the mouth without her consent on September 16th in 2018 in the Tom Landry room. Where's the Tom Landry room in the AT&T Stadium? Jesse, where's the Tom Landry room since you're Mr. VIP and
In the, I actually have not been there.
oh, okay.
It's got to be one of those.
Wait, are you talking about at the Star?
No, at the stadium.
No,
AT&T Stadium.
it's got to be one of those that's that is kind of by his. That's in that like above the 100s.
Yeah, it's the Tom Landry room, so I'm pretty sure it's like the best one. You know what I
I
mean?
think of which one it is. I could look it up real quick, but
But anyway, so she also accused Jones of sticking his tongue in her mouth. Damn, Jerry. Forcibly grabbing and groping her.
80-year-old
stick my tongue down your
80-year-old.
throat.
Well, at this point, it was what, 70,
I will be
77
putting my
years
tongue in your throat and groping you.
And wow, you got snorting over there.
Open your mouth. I'm going to put my tongue in it.
In the court papers, Doe says the room was full of witnesses when the alleged assault happened, and that she believes the people in the room allegedly included former coach Jason Garrett, running back Ezekiel Elliott,
Zeke.
Tyrone Crawford, Tyron Smith, also defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence, and this is the one, Gene was in the room.
Man,
The wife.
I know. That's when
The wife. The wife is in the room.
and it's like
Allegedly.
What do you mean? Well, it's alleging from this.
Yes,
statement.
alleged. Well, this is all based on her. So she says that the incident caused severe injuries, emotional distress,
Severe injuries?
psychological pain and suffering, medical expenses. Dang, what did all he do to her? Among other allegations of damages. So that's Jerry. That's another Jerry situation.
Yeah.
That, I mean,
Completely avoidable.
It's almost like every 6 months you kind of, it's like another Jerry situation that's been popping up. We're not going to go about the I'm your daughter situation. I mean, that was another something else that happened while we were gone. And this goes back to, also it brings me to the Daniel Snyder situation. Daniel Snyder, the owner of the Washington Commanders, he's had sexual allegations, and that whole organization inside has been doing a lot of shady ass stuff, to the point where he said, you know what, how about this? I'll just back away and I'll let my wife run the Commanders. I'll just be in the background. So that was okay. They allowed that, but there's been so many more allegations that's been coming out. More women are saying, hey, they're doing this and they're doing that, and sexual, assaults and all these other things have been going on. And now the owners are saying, well, maybe we need to, ship him out of here and move on.
Right.
And so the NFL, saying, hey, these are allegations, and the owners are going to vote, and then they're going to decide whether or not you keep your team. And Daniel Snyder's just going all Wesley Snipes, like Nino Brown, saying, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. He's like, I'm gonna shut the NFL down because I know shit on. I got some on all you motherfuckers. I got some on all y'all, and I'm gonna pull the card. Got some on all of y'all, and he's sitting here just like daring them, like,
Yeah.
I didn't know which one you wanted me to press.
I was saying play the money talks one.
and that's basically what he's doing. He's literally daring them to come after him, because if you do, then I'm gonna pull all y'all's cards.
It's like
I'm pulling.
It's like you. It's like you last week when you said that if you're falling down, you're pulling
in
everybody.
the skating
with
ring.
you.
That's me in the skating ring. If I'm falling, I'm taking everybody down with me. Anybody that's close to me, and I'm pulling everybody down. That's what Dennis Snyder's doing. He's like, I dare you, come after me.
Yep.
Come on, Cletus.
I mean, we heard that we heard the rumors last week that he had significant allegations on Jerry Jones and dirt on Jerry Jones because they were, I guess, cool.
Yeah.
And, once Jerry stopped backing him, was like, oh, okay, all right, take this.
But how much more dirt could you get on Jerry Jones? I mean, we all know Jerry Jones is dirt. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, what else could he possibly be doing that we don't already know?
So do you remember when he had that picture with the two chicks?
Oh yeah.
It looked like he wanted to have that picture taken. It looked like he was.
Yeah, he was posing.
He was like, it was like, yo, look.
It looked like he was on like a lot of Molly and did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I
know what that looks like.
I just, I know,
Wow.
I know when I see Molly
Wow.
in the eyes. I could see it in the eyes.
It's in the eyes, Chico.
He just like you could see it in him. He just and he didn't care. Yeah.
Yeah. He does.
So I don't know if this is true. I would, if I was him, just come out and get ahead of it, right?
I mean, I want Daniel Snyder to go hell, fire, brimstone.
Really?
Yes.
You want him to just take down everybody?
Just take the NFL down. Just take it down. I mean,
well, some people already got taken down because John Gruden, Jay Gruden,
he didn't own it. I'm talking owners.
I know,
talking
but
about
I'm just saying, like
the,
some things already happened. Like this is one of those things that be careful what you wish for, because then the whole league might blow up.
And it's like some people just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm all for these billionaires to fall down a tad. I'm all for it.
Yeah. I mean,
take them down. Stop that shit. There's a lot of bullshit going on there. They got to stop that shit.
Yeah.
And the only way they're going to do it, you got to hurt them in the wallet.
Yep.
You can stand outside, you can pick it, you can do whatever you want to do, but until you start hurting their pocketbooks, they are not going to care. So you're going to have to go ahead and take them down. So I'm all for it.
Right. So the allegation though was from 2018.
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones. Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's 2022.
Yeah.
So this has just been sitting.
Well, no,
it
actually went to some court.
And then she got paid off, and then it died, or what?
Well, I think that I don't know what happened to it, but basically, Jerry Jones's party was like, if we don't know who she is, then we can't properly defend, this case, because we don't know who we defend against, because they won't come out. Right. They're just saying, no, and basically what they're saying is, Jerry Jones has groped a lot of women. You got to be a little more specific who we're talking about here, because we don't know which one.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us who it is first, and then we can let you. Oh, her. Oh, we got some on her. We can tell you that. Or we can go find her.
Right.
Well, actually, my man that used to do all that, he's no longer with the Cowboys because he was being Mr. Creepy Pants and taking photos of the cheerleaders and videos.
That's right, Rich. That's right, Rich.
So he's Mr. Fix It, and Mr. Fix It is no longer because
he was fixing something else.
He was fixing to
get out of there,
have some fun.
Yeah.
So the Daniel Snyder situation is gonna be interesting, but this brings the question that I brought to you guys. I'm like, so when you're in the middle of doing dirt, or you have a group of people that you're in a situation where dirt might be done, like, how do you trust these people that you're with that at some point they're not going to blow the whistle on you? How well do you know those people that they might say, you know what, I'm gonna blow the whistle,
Well, so you're saying, like, if in a scenario, one of us or whatever the case, we're about to do something that we probably shouldn't do,
that you don't want other people to know about.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that could be anything. That could be anything from
run a red light. Whatever.
I mean,
we can start there.
Yeah,
we start there. We start there. There's levels.
Yeah, there's levels. So so from that to what was the flip side of it? So either doing dirt or having dirt done against, or are we just concentrating
it's more of, let's say, you're about to do something that you don't want other people to know about, and you got people with you.
So for me, in my history of, it depends on what it is, but for the most part, I try to keep like as much as I can to myself.
Yeah, to protect the others.
Well, to protect
protect them from lying. That too. Yeah,
all of it to protect everybody.
I agree with that.
Everybody
you don't really talk about any of your stuff a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't.
What stuff is he not talking about? So is it happening or is it not happening?
Well, no, just anything. Like all right. So some people say you have say you're somebody that goes out and cheats or whatever the case is. Some people will just tell everybody everything. Some people don't tell anybody anything, and that could be cheating on whatever your taxes, this or that, or whatever, or maybe you're taking money from whatever the case is.
Right.
I try not to say anything to anybody. That's protecting me. That's you never know. You just don't know.
And I know a lot of times what a lot of people.
Did that just get me in trouble? I don't know.
Wait, about cheating on your taxes?
Well, no. I mean, if anyone's from the IRS is listening, why don't you call me and help me out?
Yep.
Yeah. You're in a situation in which you know that you're doing something, or you have someone with you. It's almost like, okay, so if they're doing dirt too, then I got some. Then we're linked in together now because all right, you went into that massage parlor too. I didn't just go there by myself. So therefore, you trust that person that they'll never say anything because they were there too. Now,
that's why
ideally
you gotta be careful with that shit.
Ideally, that's what you think. That's what you should do. Nope. You wouldn't go with someone that don't want you to. Like, you wouldn't pull up to the massage parlor with someone that say, I don't think you should do this, and then you go in there. No, you wouldn't go with somebody that wants to go with you, so if something happens and someone say, hey, were y'all at this? And well, he's gonna say no too because he was there with me. That is the thinking that you always have, but not to say if he gets a, no pun intended, gun to his head and say, were you there? He's like, fuck it, I was there. Juan was there. Brent was there. Yeah. Everybody was there. And just like, hey, like I said, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me.
I think it gets back to just like, you are who you surround yourself with. So make sure that everyone that is around you watching, they got your back.
That's it. You got to trust them to watch your back.
I keep a small circle these days.
I also think that we're talking about it from our perspective.
Yeah.
It all changes once zeros get added to your name.
Yeah.
And they just keep going up from
everyone's got eyes.
6 to 7 to 8 figures.
Yeah.
Now your circle is much bigger.
Yeah.
Your inner circle is much smaller. Everything you do is much more scrutinized because everybody, no matter what, is looking at you. You're a jump off board to their next come up. No matter what. No, even if they're like, oh no, it's totally different. Like who the people who we surround ourselves with, those are people that we want to be around.
Right.
Like, and because it's not like any of us have anything to really gain from each other other than just being homies with each other.
Yeah.
When you're with Jerry Jones, you have a lot to gain.
Well, like with Daniel Snyder though, this is a peer. He's a billionaire too, so it's just like us hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's
that's
like
a strange peer though.
I know. That's a weird peer. But it's like if there's dirt being done, I'm like you, Brent. I'm one of those people like, you know what? I'm gonna go over here and do it, my dirt or whatever, because I don't want, even put you in a position where you might even have to lie or say whatever, if I went and were somewhere I didn't supposed to go or whatever the case may be. But I believe in two things. When it comes to the perfect crime, you need two things in place. You need an alibi, and number 2, no witnesses.
Number 3, an ice pick.
And an ice pick.
Because it melts.
You do those two things, you have the perfect crime because technically the crime didn't happen.
Right.
That is the perfect crime. So if I
was a lot like OJ.
So what you're saying is
God damn.
Perfect.
OJ had a bad alibi and there was a lot of witnesses.
Oh, never mind.
So it was
the opposite.
It's like he did all the things wrong. But so if I was in a situation in which I was going to do something, first of all, I'm going to make everyone think I'm somewhere else that I'm not. You know what I mean? So that would be my alibi, is that they're thinking I'm here. I won't. People go, hey, Brent, tell such and such that I was with you last night.
Right.
That kind of thing. It's like, no, that's wrong.
No. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
what you do is tell Brent, hey, Brent, guess where I'm going to be tomorrow night? I'm going to be at 24-hour fitness, working out between the hours of 10 and 12.
Everybody has to think that you were in that same place that whoever else doesn't need to know thinks that you're at.
Exactly. So I'm not going to tell you, hey, tell people that I'm here I'm going to tell you. I'm like, hey, Brent, just in case you're looking for me, I'm going to be, at LA Fitness. Right. I'm going to be, doing that. So when someone might ask Brent, where was Juan? Brent is he's going to throw them into the black hole, the abyss of information, because all he knows is that I went to LA Fitness.
Absolutely.
That's all he knows.
If they ask me, I'm going to say, well, he told me he's going to LA Fitness. He's at he goes on Thursday nights. Like, that's where he goes.
And the trail goes cold.
Right.
And poof, like Casa Sose, it's gone.
Yep.
That is how people screw up, because the whole trying to get other people to be involved to help your alibi.
Right.
No.
Or trusting.
Or trusting that they're going to, and which is the situation with this Daniel Snyder situation. I'm pretty sure they thought that all the whatever they were doing in front of him was fine because he was doing it too.
Right.
But now, since the gun's being pointed toward him, now he's like, oh.
Now he's taking them all down.
I'm taking all y'all down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking all y'all down. So, lesson learned, ladies and gentlemen. If you plan on doing dirt, don't tell anybody. Keep it to yourself.
And on this one though, with Jerry, I think that we all kind of know who and what Jerry is. Mm-hmm. So while this isn't great, I think it's going to take a lot more than this to bring Jerry Jones down.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think there's anything that can bring him down.
You think it's Teflon?
I mean,
he's probably as close to Teflon as you. I mean, dude, the dude had a fucking side kid from a side chick.
That
he was paying off, and it was under wraps for quite a while. I mean, other people knew, but it
I mean, those close to him already, they knew about it.
So I think he's, but you never know. I mean, there could be.
So basically, it's as long as you're rich, you can do whatever you want.
I mean, that's always been the case, man.
Right. So
that's always been the case. If you got money, and I think with
Jerry Jones money though,
I also think that Jerry, the one thing about him, I will give him. It's a weird thing to give him credit on, is that I think he's kind of he hasn't played a different part. He's kind of been Jerry the dirtbag, the guy that's got pictures with two girls in a bathroom that come out, and it's not like he's coming out and apologizing.
Sounds like a TV series.
Jerry the dirt. It's not like he was coming out and saying like, "Oh, that wasn't me,"
Yeah.
He didn't say shit.
No.
He's fucking. It was like, and then everyone was like, "Well, okay, yeah."
He probably even joked about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, we're in the bathroom doing Molly," and I mean, dude, who cares? Like, if he doesn't care, and his wife doesn't care, then it's like, well, fuck, man. As long as he's not doing any as long as he's not molesting or doing anything bad and crazy,
right.
If he's just doing that and she's cool with it, then, I mean, you can't do anything to him.
Yeah, I mean, if this is we don't know what Daniel Snyder has on them, so we don't even know. I mean, so.
Do you think there's some people out there that are like, oh, fuck?
Oh, absolutely. That's why it's all paused. Everything's paused, because they're calling each other. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Hey,
what's up, man?
Hey, there's Daniel Snyder, man. What do you think he know? What he got on you? Wait a minute, y'all did what together? Oh shit!
Did go to the champagne room.
There's no sex in the champagne room.
Yeah, I feel like all this though is gonna. It's like these rich guys. It's all like just dirtbag rich people, like money and this kind of stuff, right? It's gotta if it gets to like creepy like. Underage, like,
see, and that's there's only a handful of things that would be an immediate like
Epstein type shit.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, look at those flight logs. Is Jerry Jones on those flight logs?
That could be, but then Jerry Jones will. I mean, dude, it's gonna be.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be a domino. Everybody's Tom Hanks, Chris Tucker. He was there.
Well, Chris Tucker talked about it. He was like, I didn't know who was on that plane.
Yeah.
I know who on the plane. That's a guy on the plane.
Watch your back.
That's a really good Chris Tucker.
I wish you could play the drop because this fits so perfect.
Changed it before we.
Yeah. See, that's why I put it in there. This would have been good. Watch your back. Watch your goddamn back.
Yeah, there's only a handful of things that would be an immediate like, okay.
Yep. That's
it. And, I mean, even if it wasn't on purpose, there's always could be a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old in one of those rooms of all these women. All it takes is one
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And you didn't got, you know.
So the flip side of this, what if you're one of the friends and you don't like what's happening?
Yeah.
And you're kind of like pulled into it. And this could even be something as small as like, you know, when people go to like strip clubs and someone goes to VIP or whatever, and then you got somebody that's
like the husband, like your homeboy who's married,
right,
he goes to the VIP room.
Oh no, you don't ever say any of that.
Well, but this is kind of he's talking about dirt on a much larger scale.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of dirt that whatever.
Yeah.
People know, but then people go and then they tell their wife like, oh, Charles went up to and then
damn Charles.
It's always Charles, you know. Charles went up there in his fucking Birkenstocks, and
I couldn't believe he went up there.
I didn't go up there, and
she's gonna talk. Jan's gonna say something to Sally, and next thing you know, Sally's patting her foot, you know, waiting for Charles to come home, and he's like, "What the fuck? Whoa, what are you talking about?
The fuck, Charles? I fucking told you, man.
Yeah, and
you were up there with me."
So it's like, if you plan on going to the strip club and going into the champagne room, you go by yourself. You don't go with anybody else. You go.
Some of this goes back to what I've tried to tell people for a long time, and this goes
go to strip
with
clubs by yourself.
No, this goes with your homies, and this goes especially with pillow talk or texting.
Yeah,
because now it's text talk.
Yeah,
you don't have to tell people everything. You don't have to tell them everything. Don't have to tell. In fact, you don't have to tell anyone anything.
Yeah.
You can keep shit to your fucking self.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay to keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. I don't want to know everything. Like, I don't need to know. Like, I don't need to see a screenshot that, you know, says someone was trying to holler at you. Like, I don't want to know that you're getting, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I was good not knowing that. Like, you don't have to tell me everything.
Yeah. And I think a biggest lesson, if you're out with your homies and you're doing dirt, don't do the dirt around one of the homies that has a wife or a significant other. And you know what I'm saying? Because he's going to tell her. He's going to tell her. Especially if he didn't do anything, he is going to say something. Something. He's going to say something.
This isn't at the strip club?
What's that?
This isn't at the strip club?
This is... Nah.
The doing dirt that you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
This could be anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're out just, you know, you could be at the sports bar. We find the cowboy spot.
Yeah.
And we're hanging out. And then some other girls go, oh my gosh, you guys are having so much fun. I want to come hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
And then they start hanging out. And then like Charles started getting a little friendlier with
Charles is always getting friendly.
with the little girl over here.
The little girl.
Oh, not young girl.
Oh, okay.
Little girl. I said little. L-I-L, little girl.
Directionally challenged.
Yeah.
She's
and
a rapper.
And and they're hanging out.
Lil.
They're hanging out, do a little rubbing. And then he goes, "Oh, he got a little carried away last night. Oh, you should have seen Charles. Charles met this little girl, and oh man, they were like hanging out." And she's like, "Wait, what? What did Charles do?" And then she calls Sally and said, "You know what Charles was doing last night?"
Charles
at
and
the
Sally,
Hero?
huh?
Yeah.
That's why you just don't do that.
That's right. That's why you don't do that. That is true.
But if you do it, don't do it around them.
Charles.
Charles, don't do it around
If
them.
you have anyone in your group and his name is Charles.
And if your name is Charles, go by like CJ or
Chuck.
something. Chuck.
Chuck is cool.
Chuck's great.
I can hang out with Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is one Charles. I feel like you could do stuff around that Charles Barkley. I think he gets it.
Yeah, Charles gets it.
Yeah.
And, and Charles is in charge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a 90s?
It's 90s. Damn,
90s.
80s.
I don't remember
80s,
that one.
90s, Charles in charge.
80s, 80s?
Scott Baio,
Oh.
Charles in charge.
I just think of that clip of Charles where he's like, when you like getting, what was it? When a guy is coming up from behind you and he's like, he's banging you.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that?
Yeah, he was talking about, Shaq was about to die laughing.
He's banging you. You know when a guy's like banging and everyone's just like, no.
No, we don't.
No, we don't,
know
Chuck.
about that.
And watch out for that, too.
Yeah.
Watch out for guys coming up and banging Charles.
Yeah, so it's one of those situations where it's like you have to, if you're gonna do your dirt, it's best to just do it by yourself because you can't trust anyone when their back is against the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
especially because then they'll call you, they'll bring in stuff that maybe you have already gotten through or just whatever.
Yeah.
Be careful who you surround yourself with.
You just never.
Very true.
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah, but you just never know. You just never know. You say the wrong thing, and they might mention it to their significant other, and then like you said, you might have already have gotten over that, but yet
Snitches get stitches.
and then
Remember
next thing
that.
you know, man,
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
You gotta be. You know, you also need to be around friends that would. I mean, just have your back and just go down to the grave without, you know.
That would be ideal.
That would be
never,
ideal.
You just never know. So just
Damn.
do your dirt, you know. Go to massage parlors by yourself or wherever. Do it by yourself. That's all I'm saying.
And when I go to a massage, I'm trying to get an actual, like I'm trying to get shit like worked out. Like I'm not even trying to get
Trying to get worked out.
No, I'm not trying to get worked out like that. I'm trying to get my back, you know, back cracked. Trying to get my back popped.
What about you, Jesse? When's the last time you got the massage?
You know what? I'd rather not say. No, I
So
had
yesterday?
a massage envy thing going for a while. But you know what's weird is like I got my back hurt a few times, and I was like, I'll get a massage. Made it way worse. I couldn't walk out. I literally was about to Uber. So like,
you're talking
my
about the
back
actual
was-
massage.
What's the hand? What's the hand gesture you're talking about? What's
no,
Well, I didn't know if
no,
you were
I
saying
haven't
that
been
if you got one of those.
No.
Oh,
But up in
What are
New York
those?
City, that's like very
Prevalent?
common. Like
I don't even know where they are around
businessmen will go in like
Send us-
lunchtime, just go real quick.
I mean, I wouldn't say it on the podcast.
Well, if you guys know where any rub and tug places are, just send it to us. We'll do our top
I don't
five,
know.
bottom five.
I said people up there. I'm not one of those people.
yeah. I meant in Dallas. I don't know where they
Oh,
are.
in Dallas,
I have no idea.
they're definitely on Harry Hines.
As we talk about doing dirt, we're literally talking about it on the
No,
podcast.
I just know where it's done.
Okay.
I know because that's where you have to stay away from.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Yeah. Everything's on Harry Hines.
yeah, everything.
Well, we'll stay away from that. But as we do, every episode we end, we like to, kind of put things in perspective and get a little appreciation of our lives and understand that, it could be worse, and sometimes we have to realize that our life doesn't suck that bad. For example, there was a
I
guy
love this fucking
in
song.
Canada.
Oh,
He was on the 24th floor,
Oh.
and he tried to convince the other people that the floor glass was unbreakable.
Oh, God.
Good news, the glass didn't break, but it did pop out of the frame, and he plunged 24 feet,
Damn.
Whoa.
24 floors.
Wait, so like what? Like he was. What
He was ramming it and said, "Hey, see, it won't shatter, guys. You don't have to worry. It
Oh,
won't
like it was
shatter."
like a glass like window.
Yeah, and the whole thing came out, and then
And he fell through.
24 floors. Yeah,
I mean, I kind of feel like that guy
he asked
kind
for
of
it.
asked for it. He kind of asked for that. Yeah.
Well, Brent, you'll like this one.
So that guy would be a terrible fall guy, if you know what I mean.
You'll like this one, Brent. So there was a guy in Washington State in 1951. He was playing golf,
Okay, I'm in.
and his driver snapped,
Been there. Had that happen.
but the shaft lodged into his groin.
Oh,
He staggered about 100 yards before bleeding to death.
okay. I'm just trying to picture this because
You swing.
when you swing out, your driver, if it cracks, it usually will fly.
Right.
And so you're holding the other end.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you would even.
I guess on the
stab-
upswing,
on
I
the
guess.
Like he must have hit the ground so hard that it like rocketed. Oh,
Yeah.
that is.
Now I know you're working on your driver. I don't want you to think about that when you're swinging. That's going to break.
Hey, my driver's actually not. This has happened to me. I snapped a driver, but the head flew like 100 feet in front of us.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I don't know how this would happen.
I don't know.
That is got to be the worst way to ever go. Could you
Well-
imagine it going into your nuts?
No, and
And you bleeding out,
I can't.
and your wife's calling. She's like, Charles,
Where are you, Charles?
where are you, Charles?
Are you with those girls?
This is why I don't like you going golfing,
Sally told me what you were doing.
Charles.
I can't believe you, Charles.
And meanwhile, he's dead.
Well, I will say,
Not driving home tonight.
it's one thing about playing golf, but could you imagine?
Oh God, that was good.
Could you imagine watching the Belmont race and the guy goes, the horse goes across, and he wins, But then you notice that the jockey was kind of leaning over to the side, and he was wondering what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
Then you realize he's dead. So in 1923, a jockey won the race at Belmont. He suffered a heart attack mid-race, but stayed on the saddle until the horse crossed the line. He was a 20-1 outsider. And he was dead.
Killing it.
He was killing it.
Damn.
It was pretty good.
That's his last ride. Rode off into the sunset, literally. You know, that's not as I mean, that's a terrible way, but that's not as uncommon as you would think. You know, my grandfather
dying on a horse?
Well, my grandfather did that movie about jockeying. They're all like small and they take a lot of like drugs and shit. Like and it's a lot on their body. They're a lot smaller than we are.
Yeah.
And they're doing a bunch of, so a heart attack's not that far off, but
he still won. Could you imagine you lose to a dead guy?
20 to,
Yeah, my uncle, he was on a motorcycle on the highway and got a heart attack. That's how he went. That's the way to go, on a motorcycle on the highway.
I just don't want to be riding anything and die.
No.
Especially not if I'm 20-1 odds. You know what the payout was? God,
So you're not ride or die?
I'm a ride or die.
And the jockeys that were there before me,
Nice.
believe it or not. Well, this last story is kind of a happier ending. I mean, if you mean being sucked into a vicious storm for hours.
Wow.
So this German woman, she was an experienced paraglider, and she was internationally known for being like this paraglider that would do like cool stuff. You know what I mean?
It's always in the sky.
So she was paragliding in Australia when a big storm hit. And during the worst part of it, she was sucked up into a vortex at a speed of about nearly 50 miles per hour.
Vortex.
To a very cruising altitude of 32,000 feet.
Oh, this is just much higher than I'm used to.
So as the storm raged, like the lack of oxygen, caused her to pass out. So, and the doctors actually said that actually saved her because, it helped her survive the slowing down of her heart rate and body functions.
Did you say 32,000
You heard me, cruising altitude.
feet?
32,000. Yes. She's being paled by like hail and ice and lightning and shit. And
I thought you couldn't breathe when you were that. Like,
like you said, the fact that she had passed out,
I guess maybe you can because when you do. So she lived.
Yeah. So she woke up later as she was still floating in the air, and the storm had kind of spit her out. And then when she came to, she just kind of paraglided on down.
She's like, "Take that, Hitler. You died in the sky. I didn't."
So these are all things, once again, that I remind everyone that your life doesn't suck that bad.
I want to know where you get this shit from. This is incredible. Like,
I have plenty.
That one's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just 32,000 feet?
32,000 feet.
That's why I don't do that.
That's why you don't paraglide.
Yeah, that's
the reason.
Case in point.
You're getting optimal Wi-Fi at that height, like optimal on the plane.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting all full service.
Service. You're getting everything. That's when you get a little Bloody Mary.
Could you imagine like if you were on a plane and you just happen to, it's like, man, this storm is bad, and you just kind of look out the window and you see this paraglide.
And a German woman.
I don't think you'll know as a German woman.
I would know.
Oh, you would know?
Yeah.
How would you know that?
I'd be like, what is this? No. What's going on? That's my mom.
Is that Dirk out there paragliding?
I haven't heard the Dirk in a while.
Just running a little bit, just taking a paragliding, I'm tired. Can't kill me though,
Oh, man.
Brought back down to earth.
Yeah. So be sure to like and subscribe us on YouTube, Instagram, and everywhere you find us on the interweb and Spotify and everywhere you find your podcast. Check us out, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this week. And what else you got, guys? Oh, man. So I guess that is it. I guess we're out of here, bro.
Hey, go Mavericks.
Go Mavs.
Go Cowboys. There'll be 2 Mavericks. There'll be 1 Cowboys game. Let's get 3 wins. We will see you next week. Let's fucking keep this thing going.
Yeah, let's keep it going. And thank you guys for sharing your time with us and trusting us with your time. And until next week, be excellent to one another. Peace.
Later.
Later, Gators.